Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Nobunaga's Ambition, Taishi, and the Mysterious JG. Very chatty video last time. It happens sometimes when I'm starting a session. But we've laid out our long-term plans, which are to take out the Kono clan, I believe they are known as, in Kyushu, or Shikoku. So we've just got a little foothold here. Eventually it could be useful to us, because once it's time to go to war with the Mori, I mean, I got to make sure I'm defensible on this front. It's pulling in more of their stuff, but I mean, I could harass them in the south to prevent them from really being able to fully defend themselves in the west. Or they could take this over, in which case maybe the Chosakabe can come in and start attacking them aggressively. If they take that, I wouldn't mind the Shikoku, like having the economic benefits of this for a while, and then the Chosakabe taking it back later as part of defeating the Mori. I wouldn't object to that too strongly. I'm not going to be happy about losing cities if it happens, but it could certainly be worse. But we spent all the money that exists in the world, so let's let time start passing a little slower than I've been doing it off screen. And we'll see how this war goes against the Kono. I accept your matrimony. We shall now be connected by blood. Let us have a pleasant connection from now unto ages forth, he says. And then he rocks out on his sitar, or whatever the hell his musical instrument is. I'm really hoping, actually, the Chosakabe are the ones who engage in the main enemy army first. That would make my life easier. Uichi was eliminated by Soma. Soma do not have long to live themselves. Tsugaru was eliminated by Nanbu. Yeah, for some reason, what I've read in the facts, the Nanbu end up being a really powerful force in this game. Seems that Mori and Otomo have made peace. That's good for the Otomo, because they don't want to be attacked from two sides. And it looks like Nihon Matsu was eliminated by the Date. Oh, they have their own force in this? I think that's the place where Masamune's dad got murdered, but it shouldn't. That shouldn't be happening yet. I think the head of the Date right now is Teramune. Possibly even Teramune's dad.
Here are last month's results.
So we didn't do too bad for money. We're going through the provisions at a super rate, though. Because I've got 3 armies on the field. Yikes. Need to be careful about that. Because we may be borrowing their troops, but they're eating our food. So we will see how this army does here, whether they can win when they're outnumbered, or if they're just going to reduce the enemy's troops greatly. That would be enough for me, but it does seem pretty cheesy to use them that way. Yeah, Teramune is in charge of the Date right now. Kaganaga is in charge of the Uesugi? I don't know how long that lasts. Oh, there's different Uesugi, and Kagakatsu is the main Uesugi, and this should be Katsuyori. No, Nobutoyo. Nobosada. Oh, those aren't the force leaders. Those are just the individual... I'm silly. Those are the individual lords of the individual castles. So the Yoshiaki Mogame, we know him from our previous playthrough. That's Masamune's dad. But it's Ujimasu. I can't remember if he's the lion of whatever or not. Yeah, so Katsuyori is in charge of the Takeda, and they don't have long to live, probably. And Kagakatsu is in charge of the Uesugi. They'll be around for a while, but they'll never be as powerful as they were under his dad. Alright, let's do our commerce. Trade zone with a special resource. That's what my in-game avatar wants us to do, so let's go to it. So we will improve any trading towns we can. Serena Sea, obviously well suited to that task.
As you will.
Meanwhile, we can keep working on our university system down here.
Right.
I understand.
Vulture Bobo, hard at work on the University of Combat. Or CU.
I understand.
Yeah. And there's no fishing villages to improve, so I guess I'll just let the... Eventually I'm going to want to start improving the forges, too. We've got lots and lots of little cheap forges. And maybe the tea towns that are affecting more than one... Actually, let's see. The reservoirs raises harvest 4%. The ones that affect more than one basis are probably worth upgrading. It takes forever to cycle through these lists, though. Yeah, I'll work on the reservoirs that affect more than one base. That makes as much sense as the fishing villages, actually. You know what? There's not that many reservoirs left. Maybe I should just be working on all of them. It's not that expensive right now. Probably don't want to max them all up to 9, but as far as I know, leveling them up... Wait, hold on a second. Let me double check. 4% per level, yeah. So it doesn't help with the flood damage. Having a level 2 reservoir and a level 1 reservoir appear to do the same thing as far as reducing flood damage. But it does directly affect how much you're making. It impacts how much food you're getting out of them. So it looks like the Chosakabe will be the first ones in combat, and I don't know whether I get to control the battle. But if all they do is reduce their troop strength, it's still useful to me. Forces of Kono have almost reached us. The battlefield is narrow, and we cannot tell how this battle will end. Will you take direct control of this battle? I guess I do control their reinforcements in combat directly. Forces of Michinobu Kono of the Kono are right before us. We shall bring our soldiers to the fray. So this should be a lot harder than other battles I've been in, because found enemy units at Kuma. Let us settle things with them. No plan.
Leave this battle to us. Leave this battle to us.
Leave it to us.
Leave it to us. Leave it to us.
Leave this battle to us.
We don't have that many brilliant plans here. Prepare an ambush unit that attacks from outside of the enemy's vision. A bait unit provokes the enemy once every few turns.
Leave it to us.
Rushman camp is a plan to use a unit that strikes the enemy's main unit. Commando holds back its powers until finding the enemy main unit, so won't be able to fight much. We find the enemy, however, charges directly at them.
Leave this battle to us.
Leave it to us.
Leave it to us.
Leave it to us.
I think we'll just go with no plan, to tell you the truth. So they've got us outnumbered. I'm hoping we have better soldiers than them, but I don't think this is going to be an easy fight for us. I mean, the fortress longer remains. Okay.
Let's move it. Follow me.
This might be our first loss. So we're not fighting with our super awesome created officers, and we're not going to be necessarily taking advantage of Shimazu family tenants and stuff. A good use of the temple can be just as defensible as a castle. The advantage in battle is slightly in the defender's favor. I don't know what temple he's talking about, but I have it on good authority from this fact that I've been using that attacking fortresses is basically a waste of your time. They don't provide a big enough advantage to the side that has them. They're a distraction. Found the enemy's location, according to our scouts. So I'm grasping on his movement. Let us advance cautiously.
Your command? Prepare yourselves.
Let's move it.
I definitely had a bigger Chosakabe army when I was off screening. But then again, we don't need these guys to win so much as inflict damage. I don't want to just like bleed off Chosakabe troops. They're my ally.
Your command. Let's move it.
Please, Commander. Prepare yourselves.
Let's begin.
Your command? Let's begin.
Okay, at least we think we know where they are. They don't seem to be where we thought they were at all. Yeah, I don't know where the enemy actually is in that case.
Please command me. Prepare yourselves.
Your command. Let's begin.
Your command. Let's move it.
Your command? Let's begin.
I want to be kind of ready whatever direction they end up coming from. So we did find them. We must have terrible visibility.
Messed up. Spearmen forward. Release.
Our disadvantage continued for quite a while. What are you talking about? The battle just started. Enemies that we haven't found yet. Well, that much I know.
Please command me. Let's begin.
Your command.
Command me. Let's begin.
Please, give me a command.
And nobody's offering up tactics, so...
Spearmen, move the front.
I think it's finally starting to go my way a little. Oh, but now they've come up around the side. This can't continue. We need to regain the advantage.
Someone with a plan.
Witness my strategies.
Hamstring. We will stop their advance.
It is time I took your head myself.
My plan.
Biding time. Now it's time to go on the defensive.
Now is the time to defend.
I guess it makes some sense.
With this plan, I will leave you in the dust. The time is now. Let's work together.
Your command? Prepare yourselves.
Spearmen forward.
Release the arrows.
Doing a lot better with one fight than we are with the other. Found the enemy's location.
My plan.
Now is the time to defend.
So their defense is getting really good.
With this plan, I will leave you in the dust. The time is now. Let's work together.
But these guys are in real trouble.
Fire!
I don't really understand how the morale works, except that we're losing a ton of morale, even though we're inflicting more damage than they are. Oh, I got hit with a raid tactic. Being pushed back, piercing enemy infantry is hardly looking to win glory in battle. I mean, what the fuck? I barely lost any troops there, and it's just like, nope, you lose completely.
Spearmen forward.
Because of one musket shot. Yeah, that was... I don't really understand why we did so poorly there. I know that they kind of came around and snuck up on us on the side a little bit, but like we were holding our own or winning in all of the actual battles, and it just kept showing my morale meter going into nothing. So that wasn't good. If lost against Battle of Koma, our soldiers are deeply demoralized. This will have an effect on our clan's aggression as a whole. But it was the Chosakabe and not us that had the losses. So I'm not sure what impact that's going to have. It'll make it take longer for us to take over than it was going to. I'm annoyed by all this. Well, Yoshihisa will be there first, and he'll have a much stronger army. I'm just not sure I'm going to be able to take over as much as I wanted to, as quickly as I wanted to. Sir Tokatika has become sick.
Allow me to report. Here are last month's results.
Well, our food will go down a little slower now, but yeah, that was we did like no damage to them. The battle had just started. It instantly told us that we lose completely, even though we were taking more. We were doing more damage than we were taking, and then it suddenly, because we retreated, it tacks on all this damage. Like when you force the enemy into retreat and you pursue them, you inflict all this extra damage. So it showed us taking like 5,600 damage, but we'd barely taken 1,000 damage. We'd inflicted like 1,500 at least. So I do not understand that morale system. But it seems pretty bullshit to me, honestly. And I've never had a battle in this game where the enemy marches towards you. You always, like, have to go find them to just sit there. Although this time they did move, I guess, in fairness. This is the first time I ever saw them not be where they were expected to be. So we got winner. I'm really tempted to just toss this video, but let's see if we can still do what we need to do. Trade zones with special resource, okay. And then they want us to do seeds.
Understood.
Well, we could do more. We could request more reinforcements, honestly. See how much. Well, let's do that before we do anything else. Can I kill more of your troops? They will not lend us reinforcements. Well, I mean, I did get a bunch of their troops killed. I guess that's fair. I do not understand how that worked. Like, why do we march up there? I did have one unit that kind of got surprised, but why would that instantly cost me the entire battle? Because I was definitely still doing more damage than I was taking. Well, I mean, at this point, though, I've got no reason not to be upgrading like crazy. I'm not saving money up for more reinforcements. And it was definitely harder when I off-screened. I was skipping battles. And honestly, I feel like if I'd skipped that battle and let the Chosakabe fight it themselves, it couldn't have gone worse. Because we barely did any damage to them. But, well, anyway. We'll have a battle here coming up in a minute. With, our infantry. Where's it going to almost reach us? Feels near. We cannot tell how this battle will end. So this is our troops with rifles and everything. Wait, why do we only have 2,400? I may have fallen behind the previous battle, but one will be different. Michinobu, I will have my vengeance.
Please, leave this to me.
Forest ambush is a plan that skillfully uses forest to ambush the enemy. Forest troops can move through forest quickly. Let them use the forest to attack the enemy. We only have a tiny amount of initial soldiers. Okay. Well, this isn't really a forest map. Though it's hard to tell what the fuck anything is with this weird blue matrix bullshit that they do. Am I supposed to be waiting to let... Oh, I'm supposed to be waiting to let troops get added to my units. Maybe that's what I didn't do last time. Because we met and we haven't all arrived in the battle yet. They've got more troops to be added than we do. Unless their numbers aren't updating like mine are. They're not. Okay. Yeah, I guess I didn't understand how that was working. Found the enemy's location. So I'm just gonna... This is the most boring thing ever. I'm just gonna sit here for like 100 friggin' turns. I guess we'll finally find out if they're going to charge me. This is really boring. I mean, we haven't engaged with the enemy yet. Why are you saying we're being pushed back? This morale system doesn't make any sense. And now it's going our way for no real reason. Their little fortresses will push it back their way periodically, but... I don't know why the battle even got started if our troops hadn't gathered, and neither had theirs. This is really boring. I mean, why are they exhausted? We haven't been fighting. I need to go back and rewatch the combat tutorials then. Because the risk is that we lose the whole morale meter. But it starts to go our way again after a while. It always does. I don't know if we can just lose the battle this way. Because now we're like half of our strength. And we seem to be growing our strength faster than they are. I think we gotta march. Because we're gonna lose the damn...
Do not fear.
These are our forest troops of Endor.
Prepare yourself.
This is where if we don't frickin' march, I'm worried that we're just gonna have the whole... We can no longer continue because of the morale meter will happen. But we're definitely no longer getting new troops added. Yeah, we just lost without fighting them at all. Okay. Yeah, like we lost 4,000 troops without engaging in battle. I never saw this when I was off screening. I never saw this. So I'm going to have to toss this video.